Welcome back to Shut Your Face. We're trying something new. Okay, I'll work on the theme song. Okay.
What kind of a song?
I know it looks like we're
Yo, that was
walking
good.
into
That
like
was-
a midweek prayer group, man.
That was hype, man. That was good.
Had some strings in there. That's not
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
B.
my-
Theme
He
song
did that on
at the end
GarageBand.
of a sitcom or
Yeah.
something. Full House.
What the heck, Bernard?
It's like a morning show theme. Okay, we'll get used to it.
Oh, we're really going with that?
No. We'll figure it out. I
It
can
would have been
workshop
fine if you were not frowning the whole time.
it.
Some had like a confused look.
Yeah, I thought like he can't be serious. Sure enough.
You and all you only want this trap music and hip hop theme. That's all you want.
That's what everybody's doing now for their shows. You got
Pop.
Week of Prayer instrumental, yo.
Week of prayer. All
I
right.
think it's because our last one was actually really good. I like the one that
Sanjay
your
Crystal
cousin
made.
made, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. I liked it. The intro.
Yeah. We could probably still use that, honestly.
I do the intro.
I know. Do the actual intro, right? All right. This is Shut Your Face. Welcome back. We are trying some new things on YouTube for sure. We'll have the recording on Spotify. We are coming at you. This is Tuesday, October the 14th, one day after, oh my goodness, disappointing loss to the Chicago Bears at home. 25-24 is your final score. A game that the Commanders had in their grasp and let go. I mean, very literally fumbled it away at the very last couple minutes there. So it's going to be a rough one to get through this week because that's a game that we should have had a win in the win column for, sitting at 4-2, but rather we're 3-3 with another loss, and this time too what's starting to be a little budding rivalry here against the Chicago Bears. But we got everybody in the building today. Some what's up?
What up, DMV?
Nell,
How's it going?
Looms,
Hey.
and I'm your host, B. Samuel. Let's get right into it. 25-24, disappointing loss to Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears. Straight off the street, you have Jake Moody for the Chicago Bears, 4 field goals and a walk-off win for back-to-back seasons now. Of course, the Commanders had their walk-off last year in the Hail Mary game. This year, Chicago gets their walk-off with a game-winning field goal by Jake Moody. Looms, I'll start with you this week. Of course, across the board, we all predicted that this was going to be a win for the Commanders. Monday night, all the hype coming off of the win last week against the Chargers. Of course, the Bears coming off their own bye week, a long break, even with the extra day playing the Monday night game. So not an easy team for sure. Definitely a team that we're right on par with. But we do take that loss. I want to just start with you to see what are your thoughts coming out of this game.
This one stings, man. I think it stings a little more than the previous losses we've had this season. And, I'm sure a lot of that had to do with we had this game in the bag, you know what I mean? And we kind of threw it away. But, when I was initially, my first thought was, man, this one's on Jayden. But when I got thinking about it, this is not, you can't put this loss on Jayden. We have a lot of holes. I mean, we don't even know who this team is right now. And if I were to think about, where to put the blame, it has to start on the defensive front. I mean, we could not stop these guys, especially Swift of all people. And we had plenty of opportunity to stop their run. We couldn't stop them. I think that in the beginning we did do a good job of restricting them to field goals where they could have ran away with the game. So I don't know what this defense is. One week we're hot, the other week we're not. I really think that from an offensive standpoint, we we're struggling because of a lack of talent right now. I mean, think about who Jayden's throwing the ball to.
Hmm.
Hey, Chicago came into this game focused on stopping the run, and that really messed us up. Jayden had to throw. He's throwing to a hobbled Debo. He's throwing to Chris Moore.
Hmm.
He's throwing to McCaffrey, who gets one long catch a game. He's throwing to Jalen Lane, who, he's a special teams guy.
Yeah.
And the old man Ertz, who, right now is probably our best option, from for a healthy option. So I can't put this game on Jayden. He gave us a chance to win this game. Yes, we had turnovers, which, we lost the turnover battle big time. That is also on our defense. Defense can't force turnovers, save their lives. This entire season has been like this. And so that last turnover, that Jayden's first fumble of the year, it was raining, whatever it is. If we didn't fumble, we probably win the game. But leading up to that, we should have ran away with the game. We had plenty of opportunity to close this out, and we just didn't, man. It stings a little extra because of I was watching the game with some of the same guys that I watched the game with last year, who are Bears fans. And, I remember screaming at the top of my lungs when we got that Hail Mary out of nowhere. But this one, I was like, all right, this is it. We got this easy, and we just couldn't pull it off.
Yeah. At every turn for me, it almost felt like, okay, we're going to get this. I mean, like, no matter what it was going to be, even with them scoring the touchdown, even with DeAndre Swift getting that big play, it was like, they're going to go for two. Maybe we're going to stop them. Maybe we're not. But the ball's going back into Jayden's hands. And at that point, like, we were humming. I've used the term before, but we were humming on offense, right? Like, what do we have? Like, field goal, touchdown in the last three possessions. Field goal, touchdown, right? Yeah, in the.
But once again, we started slow. Once again, every game we were starting off slow. Like, what in the world?
Yeah,
we got to figure this out.
Yeah.
And I hate to think that with Krosky Merritt, do we have a fumbling issue? Because that sucks. 2 games in a row. And of course, we didn't bench him last game, and he killed it. But we didn't bench him again this week, and he didn't do that great this week.
Mm-hmm.
Our run game was not really hurt us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My big takeaway was in the fourth quarter when we were up 17-16. Jayden throws a beautiful pass to Lane on a double move where he shook the pants off the corner, and it was also a PI, correct?
Yeah.
On that play,
Mhm.
and we end up scoring on that Ertz touchdown. I don't know why we didn't go for 2 at that point.
That's what I called that immediately, right?
See, if you go for 2, even if you miss, it's still a 7-point game. Versus if you make it, it becomes a 2-possession game. So it's a win-win for us. I don't know why Dan Quinn or Cliff didn't realize that, or maybe they did, but they wanted to make it a surefire 8-point game where they have to go for 2. No, I think if we convert on that 2-point conversion, I think that changes the complexion of the game, because even if they score that field goal to eventually win it, but it would have been to tie it, that gives us overtime. Now,
then you can also go back and say if Matt Gay makes that field goal, then the game's out of hand too.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a score that we actually cashed in on. We could have actually done more with that score to make it a 2-possession game.
We could have, but then if you miss
no one does that though.
But
who does that?
No, teams do that.
It's a very smart play to do.
Yeah, teams do that.
But teams also don't do that too. I mean, it's a 50-50 in how I've seen it play out.
Worst case scenario, it's a 7-point game. Worst case.
Right.
Why not go for 2, make it a 9-point game, 2-possession game, in the fourth quarter?
Well,
That
it's
puts
it's
more
one of
Because
those
I'd
chess
rather be
matches,
up.
right? It's a chess match thing too, right? You're Ben Johnson, like you're Dan Quinn thinking like Ben Johnson. It's like who's a step ahead of who, right? If you miss that 2-point conversion, you're up 7. Ben Johnson scores a touchdown. He's going for 2 to win
Okay,
it.
so okay, it's fine. Suppose he did.
hmm
But the fact is, at least you have a touchdown lead.
No,
Potentially
but now
even
you have a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, and you can ice the game,
Yeah.
which we did. We had the
Yeah,
opportunity to
I
ice the
think it was a
game.
fine call. I mean, I'd rather
it-
be for
I
sure
wouldn't
up
do that.
8 points. I'd rather be up for sure 8 points than 7 points for sure, and maybe 9 points. Like,
But nine
for sure
points is
8.
everything. But 9
Yeah,
points
but-
makes it a 2-possession game
Yeah.
but
versus a
you're- but
1-possession
there's-
game.
But it's not 100% chance.
Sure,
It's not a high
obviously.
probability.
No,
It's a
well, I
much
know, but
higher probability you're going to be up 8. So why not just take that 8?
because I want to make sure that with time on our side, we're up 2 possessions. I'm not
Yeah.
playing for them to tie the game on like some touchdown score. I
I'm
want
not
them to.
blaming the coaching for that, though. I mean, that's not
Yeah,
a
you're not
bad
gonna.
call.
It's not a bad call, but it would be an aggressive one.
I thought it was.
And at the end of the day, it didn't make a difference because the Bears scored in the next possession anyway. And then we got the ball back, had a chance to ice the game. They got the ball back, kicked the field goal, and won by a point. I mean,
It would have been 25-23 if we had cashed in on that. 25-23. They still could have kicked it at 26-25.
right.
With how
Like
the
either
game
way,
played
it
out.
wouldn't have made much of a difference.
No.
When
It would have
looking
been
at the-
24-22. It
No,
would have been 25-22.
Yeah.
no. Look, they were 16.
They won
They were
26-25.
I know there was 16, right? It was 17-16 when we scored on that Ertz touchdown.
Yeah. mhm.
If we cash in on the 2-point conversion, it becomes 25-16.
25.
They go down and they go for that and
They
that
score.
like touchdown past Swift. That makes it 25-22. They would have gone for the extra point
Wow.
at that time.
Yeah, you're right. Mhm.
So it's
Yeah.
25-20.
23.
But then they
So
they
it
kicked the
at
last
the end, it
field
wouldn't have
goal
made
and
much of a
26-25.
difference
There's
with the
so
way
many-
the rest of the game played out.
Yeah,
You're
there's
right,
so
but you
many
can't.
moments.
You don't go into it like that, right? You go into what's
Right.
the decision? Do you want a
Yeah, of
2-possession
course.
game or a 1-possession game, right? Because if they get the 2-point conversion, then we're talking a different story here too, right? It's a
Right.
tie game rather than a 2-possession game.
Yeah, if they get there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm saying the reason why I would do that, it puts more pressure on the Bears defense. They're not thinking we can tie it up with one score.
Mhm.
That might press them. They might feel pressed to score. They might force things a little bit because time is not on their side. They're thinking we're going to have to score a touchdown, stop them, and then score again.
Mhm.
All those
Yeah.
things weigh.
So,
into
but
the
where
game.
would you? I mean, of course, I think even for you, that you wouldn't say that's where the majority of the blame should go for this loss.
Yeah. Look, man, I'm the biggest JD5 fan. And I think he played really well, if not balled out for most of the game. But those 2 costly turnovers, potentially 3, he was just able to recover the first fumble. The first pick happened
bad.
at our 15-yard line, and B and I were talking about this yesterday. All turnovers are not weighed the same, right? If you throw a bomb on a 3rd and 7, that's more like a punt. You're not in scoring position to begin with. But when you're on your 15-yard line and you have a chance to, I think the score was 10-0 at the time. I think it was.
First pick?
Yeah.
No, it's 3-0. It was our first
Yeah.
possession.
They were up by.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, it was 3-0. Okay.
Yeah.
It was our first drive.
First
Yeah.
drive. It was our first drive.
Yeah.
When you commit turnovers in scoring position, that just takes away points right off the bat from you. We could have easily just gotten that is a gimme field goal right there, a 33-yard field goal at that at that marker, potentially a 7-3 lead.
Mhm.
And for us to come away with nothing, we just left points off the board on the field. That and
They-
then
They didn't completely capitalize though. So why are you saying this is not all turnovers are the same?
what I'm saying is we could have gone up 7-3, or at least tied it 3-3.
Yeah.
And those 3 points could have helped us, right? And then the second turnover, nice play by Jayden to get out of harm's way to avoid a sack, I think. But again, field was wet, ball's wet, weather is wet, so like the ball squirts out of his hand, right? Luckily, he was able to recover, no harm. But on that last turnover, he did not get full control of the ball. He tried to hand it off with his right hand or his left hand, and his offhand was slipping off of it, and that caused the ball to not release cleanly.
Mhm.
And there's the ball game right there.
You can't
Look.
put that last one on him though.
100%.
Oh,
This
you
is
got
100% on Jayden.
You
100.
have to put it on him. Who else are you going to put
Yeah.
it on?
Play
I
calling.
mean,
no.
no, but like that was
The
his
thing-
first fumble.
It doesn't matter.
That
Second.
doesn't matter.
That was
When,
the
when
second
you're a
fumble.
player,
I mean, lost his first fumble, lost
First
of his
loss,
career.
right.
fumble.
Of his
when you're a
career,
player
right?
like Jayden Daniels and you're an elite talent and you have high football IQ, you have to know in that situation you have to protect the ball even more so because of the conditions. He even said it himself in the presser afterwards. He's like, I lost focus. I just lost focus for that moment. And that's exactly what it was. Maybe he was trying to pay attention to in getting the ball out or
He was trying
the
to rush
defender's
it.
coming, but he should know in that situation the ball is wet. And in the fourth quarter, the rain was coming down even harder than it was in the first, second, and third.
Mhm.
And Jayden needs to be mindful at that point. And I expect more from him. Jayden is a player I expect the most from on this team.
100%.
And he knows better. He knows he needs to know to protect the ball in that situation. And that was costly. Like
that was game.
The loss is on Jayden.
I put the
I
majority
put the majority of
blame
blame on Jayden.
for
Oh
this
my
game.
God, come on.
But
You're not even
does
in
that,
the game.
does that take
without
away?
Jayden.
It doesn't
No.
take away.
Jayden balled, no doubt.
It doesn't take away from Jayden. The thing is,
Yeah.
Jayden bails us out every single time. He's human. He's not going to be perfect. These games happen. Josh Allen threw a game-ending pick yesterday. Patrick Mahomes threw a pick 6 last week. It doesn't define you. Jayden had a good game, bookend game, right? Not the first quarter, not the last play. I mean, he played well in between, throwing.
Yeah.
This was the best he's played this season.
Vagabond players. He's thrown nobody, and with zero defense. I mean, this defense is just an utter embarrassment. I mean,
We are ranked. We're the 24th ranked defense. We have regressed from last year.
This defense anymore, man. It's
Yo.
unless we make a move mid-season, we're not. It's not looking like we're going to make the playoffs with the defense like this.
That's where the blame should
go
be.
for.
Not
That's a part
Jayden.
of it.
But
But
I mean,
we had a chance to end the game.
Yeah, and Jayden
had a chance
fumbled
to
it
end the game.
away. Literally fumbled it away.
And also, so I don't know if Krosky Merritt necessarily gets that first down. Even if he doesn't, maybe it's 4th and 1. I think Quinn goes for it, and I think we put in Jayden's hands at that point and let him make a play or throw it and get the first down, and that would have pretty much iced the game.
Mhm.
So I put the majority of blame on Jayden, not completely. Obviously, the defense sucks. Matt Gay is not really that good from long distance. We need to start looking for another punter. I mean,
kicker.
A kicker. I mean, outside of that, it was just a horrible game all around. The fact that we were even in it, that I put a lot of that on Jayden for him to throw 3 touchdowns
after that second,
in the second and third quarter.
Yeah,
I mean, he kept us in the game.
Second quarter. He from then on he cooked.
He was cooking. He was himself.
He took
but
over.
You have to know better. Jayden Daniels needs to know
100%.
better. Like, hey, this ball is wet. I need to take extra precautions and make sure I hand the ball off, maybe with 2 hands.
That's
it was going to be a run,
but
the Bears knew it was going to be a run. Just do it,
But the way I kind of
go
look
for
at
a
this,
down.
The way
Go
I
ahead,
see
B.
this is similar to like Romo botching the snap
It's
No,
not the
against
same.
Seattle.
No,
Yeah,
it's not
it
the
is
same.
not the
similar
same
because
thing.
it's like this.
That was a
should
bad
not
snap.
But
That was
this
a bad snap, though.
was that a bad snap?
That was a bad. That's why he
Okay,
fumbled
I
it.
don't remember that.
Yeah, it
one.
was a bad
It,
snap.
it was a. It was a. Yo,
It hit
we
the
watched
ground.
that
The
game
ball hit the
together
ground,
when
and he
we were
tried to
like
recover
kids.
from it.
I remember that
Yeah.
game. Yeah, it was a bad snap. It
I
was a
don't
low
know.
snap.
It could
Watch
have
the
been
replay.
low, but it didn't. It
So it was a
didn't.
bad snap.
No,
But
it
why
was-
does he get
he
so
didn't-
much flack for it then?
I don't know why.
No,
I don't know why.
I think he actually fumbled it. It was in his
That
hands.
was a
There's no
playoff
way.
game, right?
Was it?
That was a playoff.
That was a
game.
playoff game. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I see
Implications
this
were
very
much
similarly,
higher than
like,
this.
Okay.
What
so-
happened with this wet ball handoff? I'm not really taking that into consideration about Jayden's quarterback play or his
No.
ability to lead this team
Exactly.
or something like
No,
that.
no one's saying
no
that.
one's
saying
questioning that.
No, I
Nobody's
know,
questioning
we're
but
talking
some
about his
people,
costly
some
turnovers.
people are. Some
No.
people are talking
that-
about.
That's
dumb.
not the case.
I mean,
We're
but
talking-
using this,
But you can
as
separate the two.
You
can
guys
separate
are some
his
people.
play.
you
No.
guys are doing this right now.
No,
Yeah.
No.
I'm not questioning his quarter. Like,
I'm not questioning
is
his
he- is he our
leadership
future?
and his
Blaming
ability
the
to
loss.
quarterback this team.
Yeah.
When
but
you put
you're-
the loss
you're
on him,
somewhat-
what are you doing?
Huh?
You're putting
Yeah, it
the
has
loss
nothing
on
to do-
Jayden.
But I'm not
course
questioning
it
his
does.
That's not
quarterback
nothing to do
play.
with questioning his ability. I'm not saying
Yeah,
bench
it's
him.
different. Those are different
No.
things.
Of course, you're not saying.
If
bench.
I'm questioning his leadership and his ability to quarterback this team,
Yeah,
I would
no
be
one's-
considering putting another quarterback in his place.
No one's doing that.
Yeah.
We're just talking about the turnovers that he committed.
Hey.
Those were bad turnovers.
Both things
But
can
that's
be
not
true.
the
left
reason
points-
why we lost.
I'm
Both
saying,
things
but
can be
those.
true. Jaden
Yeah,
is
both-
an
yeah,
elite
exactly.
talent and is our quarterback, and he made a mistake. Both things
Ross
can be
Marion
true.
Okay,
Had his
and I'm
players.
okay
Lost
with
the turnover.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that, and that's why
And
I'm
the
making
mistake
argument.
was a costly. I think it comes down to, we talked about this, where we put value. I put value big time in fourth quarter plays that are game determining plays, like clutch plays, big time moments. I put
Yeah.
so much more value than maybe you do. You probably look at it as any other play in the second quarter. It would have been the same type of a deal, but it's not. The moment matters. The moment and context matters.
Was it in the fourth quarter, like after the Bears got the ball back, where who
He
was the guy who
fumbled.
missed that sack? You
on
remember
our
that?
team or theirs.
It was in
No, on
Wait.
it was on Caleb.
We missed
Seemed like
the
it was a
sack.
crucial down. Like
One of
he
our
had him.
players missed the sack.
Yeah, he had him, and the guy just like wiggled out of it.
and they got a first down.
Yeah, they got a first down on the next play, I believe.
I don't remember.
They barely had any plays in the their touchdown came on that third down to Swift. Then they had a 3 and out right after that, and then the field goal drive. That was it.
And also, let me just say this: after watching Caleb play against Jayden the second time, it's becoming more and more evident, clear to me, that Jayden is just the better quarterback.
Oh, without a doubt.
It's
Right.
not.
Without a doubt.
I mean,
Absolutely.
no. Meaning, like
It's not even
even
close.
like it's not some nip and tuck thing where it's the number 1 overall pick to the second overall pick, and it's just
Mhm.
he flatly outplays him. He's just
Easily.
a better. It's not even. It's so. And B, it's a small dig at you, but I don't need to watch all 22 to decipher that.
Yeah.
Right? It's just how Jayden plays the game is you're watching almost like a 3-year Pro Bowler, 5-year Pro Bowler, a seasoned guy. But this guy's only in his second season playing with a bunch of spare parts. I mean, Debo
Right.
was not himself.
Yeah, he was definitely
Terry's
not
still on the
himself.
shelf. Noah Brown is Noah Brown. And Zach Ertz is 45 years old. Even though he still showed some flashes this game, which was encouraging. Jayden's defense cannot save him to like save their lives. Jayden is just a phenomenal, and I made this analogy, even though it's a basketball analogy. It's like watching a young LeBron James carrying a bunch of nobodies almost, and just dragging them around, almost into contention, like last year. Just single-handed, almost. It is flat out amazing what he can do with less.
That's exactly. And the fact that he took us to the NFC Championship game last year, I mean, it's nothing short of remarkable. It's unbelievable what he did last year with that squad, which are pretty much the same type of squad. I mean,
this is even worse than that. This is even worse than that. With basketball, LeBron can take it to the hoop without having to pass it. Jayden has to rely on others, man.
Yeah, exactly.
And who does he got right now? It's ridiculous. And that's what I'm saying.
Chris Moore was our leading receiver last night.
You got to be able to give him a pass on this stuff, man.
But here's the thing, though. Let's talk about.
You can call him out.
You can call him out on certain. I
don't think that.
And as a leader, he should expect to be called out.
He's going to shoulder the blame.
You have so much more education when you are the face of the team. And we win 90% of the time because of him. I mean,
exactly, but we also don't lose because of him.
10% of the time?
No,
you can say that this loss was.
You're saying win or lose is because of Jayden.
No, what I'm saying is this. Those turnovers were at bad times.
Yeah.
Why are you not talking about Krosky Merritt's turnover?
That's
second back to back.
But Jayden committed 2.
Yeah.
Why are you saying costly times and then not?
That's what I'm saying. It's what I was just talking about. Like, where do you put value?
Yeah. Well,
I put so much more value
because of the field position.
What stock do you put into the time of the game?
We had momentum when
let's take it one step at a time because I think we're kind of all over the place. The first interception, nil was that costly.
Yes, it was because you're giving up points. In the NFL, every time you are potentially giving up any kind of points, it is a big deal.
But aren't you also giving up points when you're on your own side of the field and fumbling? Because it's an easy chip shot field goal.
Yeah,
for the other
same
team.
thing. Same thing as well.
Krosky Merritt's fumble on the
was
first...
also a big
deal. But Jayden committed 2.
No, I know, but I mean, it's sounding like you're saying only the Jayden stuff was the problem.
I understand because
let me say this.
Comparing the first turnover for Krosky Merritt and Jayden, it's the same. It's on the same level, right?
Let me say this.
Yeah, but I just expect more from Jayden.
If Jayden on that third and one, that last fumble, if Jayden actually handed it off to Krosky Merritt and Krosky Merritt fumbles it again at that same moment, same juncture in the game, everything, I would be saying the same thing. Krosky Merritt, because the context of it.
Right.
But like some said, I expect more from Jayden. I don't expect him to make a mistake like that in that moment.
Yeah,
like you can't make that kind of. Yeah. It's like throwing a interception under 2 minutes and you're driving your team down and it's a bad pick. Like you can't do that. What Lamar Jackson did last year against the Buffalo Bills, whatever it is, like you cannot throw costly. Like the moment matters. When it happens 100%. Matters.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I put so much more stock into that last fumble by Jayden because of who it is committing that costly mistake at the time of the game that it happened.
Sure, and I agree with that.
Leaders will take the blame, okay? In any sport. When Tom Brady lost that Super Bowl against the Giants, the finger was pointing at him. Why did your offense only score 14 points, Tom?
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's valid.
And they had a historic offense that year, too.
Yeah, they had a historic offense that year with the prime Moss, close to prime Moss. They were expected to steamroll the Giants, but they only mustered 14 points.
Yeah.
The most explosive offense at, that year in the league, 14 points? Unacceptable.
Yeah, but what we're talking about here is every part of the game was pretty much good to great to elite by Jayden Daniels, except the first interception and the fumble at the end.
Well,
so it's not a Tom Brady situation. I know, but it's a completely different scenario than the Tom Brady one, right? You're saying, your whole offense only put up 14. Like throughout the whole game, the assumption is that they just did not develop anything. But Jayden actually developed something. Drive in and drive out. Missed field goal was there. Like the majority of this game, Jayden, you could say, carried the team.
Yes.
Right. But it's just that fumble at the end. And this is where I agree with you guys.
And the pick. And the
Pick
pick
at
to
the
me.
beginning. I think any pick, any turnover, that is
No.
what it is.
No,
if we
no,
win
it's
the
not.
game, if we win
Scoring
the game,
position
are you
matters.
saying aren't you saying it's because of Jayden if we win the game?
Yes.
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 And we
Okay,
we
so
we
how
do
lose
you
the
go
game.
from that?
The
From one
majority of the
play
reason is because of Jayden.
to be we lost because of him? No, we didn't lose because of him.
But
I'm
when you
saying
commit
the
turnovers,
majority of
that's on
the
you.
majority of the blame, I put it on him.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so then
Majority
you
of
should
it.
also
I
say
don't understand why we don't.
why is the defense not able to stop that
Look,
last
Yeah.
drive?
Because I
That's
expect the
true, too.
defense to be bad. I expect the defense.
Right.
Last year they were the 18th.
You
ranked
shouldn't
defense.
expect Jayden to be elite with nobody to pass to.
But he has been.
But he is, and he's
Yeah,
shown that he
he
can
is.
do
Well,
it.
that's what I-
He took
that's
the
what I'm
team to the
saying. So
NFC
then why-
Championship game.
What I
Okay,
saw
so then
yesterday
why-
from him, what I saw yesterday from him, Looms, I saw the best quarterback in the league.
That's what I'm saying. So
I-
why are you guys saying that we
But
lost
when-
because
Because you
of
can
him?
still
But
call
when-
out the best quarterback in the
Yes.
league and say that
You could
he
say
was
he made a
wrong.
mistake. You cannot say we lost the game because of him.
I'm saying
Yeah,
he's the
what did he
majority
do?
reason.
Yeah.
He's the majority reason.
I'll say
the way
it's
I see it,
50-50. It's
I mean,
half.
let's
half
talk
defense,
about
half
the Romo example. Let's talk about the Romo example and assume that was a normal snap, which I think it was, if not just barely low. Let's assume it was a normal snap. That's something as a player, your responsibility is to do the normal thing. And Romo dropped the ball, right? That's
Yeah.
a chip shot field goal to win the game.
It was an extra point,
extra
right?
point, was it, or
Yeah.
is it a field goal? I think it was a field goal.
Oh.
I don't know. What was it? A tie?
I'm pretty
I
sure.
think- I
a
think it
field
was
goal
a-
at the
huh?
at the goal line. It was a field goal at the goal
Did-
line, if I remember
Yeah.
correctly.
That was such a great feeling.
No, I think it was an extra point to tie the game, and
Yeah,
they
because
missed
it was a very short.
No,
field.
no. It was a fourth down. Never mind. It was a
Yeah.
fourth down. You're right. It was a
Yeah.
field goal, and then
But it was like a
he
chip
tried
shot
to pick
field
it up
goal.
and run for the first down, but then got tackled
Oh
short. of
yes,
the
yes,
first
yes,
down.
yes.
No,
yes.
I thought he
That's
was trying to score.
Or
Yeah,
I
it
thought
was
he was
both.
looking to score.
But it
yeah.
was like
Either
a
way,
fourth and
either way,
one
the
or
example is
something.
there looms. What would you say about that game?
I don't remember how he played the rest.
It doesn't
that
matter.
game.
It doesn't matter.
It does
right?
matter.
It
No,
does
no, I'm saying
matter.
it all comes down to that one moment, and he dropped the ball because that's everything is supposed to be normal. It's supposed to be a run of the mill play,
Yeah, exactly.
and the one guy didn't do his job.
It's a very simple ask. It's not like we're asking him to convert on a 4th and 21 and he throws a pick.
Right.
You know, that's the different situation
Right.
scenario altogether.
If he threw a costly pick at that time, maybe then.
But he
This was
fumbled. The same
it was
thing.
raining. It was in the rain. There was a handoff.
I mean, Jaden
Right.
himself
So,
said.
I mean-
I'm not
Okay.
mad about that.
Okay.
Jaden himself said that
I
was
know.
on me.
I would
That
take
was
the
me.
blame too.
Let's go back to like last year's playoffs against. The
I
Panthers.
feel
Okay.
better about Jaden after this game
That's not
than
the
I did
point, I think.
in the
Hold on,
previous
hold on.
I
games.
think that's
Let me
not-
ask you this question.
Yeah.
Let's go
Okay.
back to that Tampa Bay game. Remember what happened in that game? That muffed handoff. Was that on Baker?
What Tampa? The playoff
What
game
game are you
or
talking
for
about?
game one?
No, our game against Tampa. What happened in that game? You all
We
remember?
played them twice. I don't know which one. I
In the
don't
playoffs.
remember.
Playoff game. The
Oh, in the
playoff
playoffs.
game.
Yeah, yeah.
The playoff game. What happened to Baker on that muffed?
I
I
don't
don't
Yeah,
remember
that was
the
on
play.
him.
That was on
I
Baker.
don't remember.
That was
I
on
don't
Baker.
remember the play.
Yeah, but
That-
they didn't
he
lose
pretty
the
much
game
cost
because of
them the game.
Baker.
Yeah. All I'm
Because
saying
we
is
ended up
that
scoring a touchdown on that
that
drive.
cost them, and they
Yeah.
were leading. They
Yeah,
were winning
leading.
with the ball
Mhm.
deep inside. It was
Their own
10-yard
territory.
line. It was 10
That
yard
was
line.
at the
right?
end of the
Yeah.
game.
It was fourth quarter
quarter.
at least, mid fourth quarter. That's on Baker.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know what the timing or everything like that. I'm just saying
It was fourth
this is
quarter.
the end of the game. Basically, this is handing them, based on our defense and the way that it plays every now and then, this is handing them the victory.
I mean, they still had to drive 60 yards, or how many ever yards they have to drive.
Exactly.
Right.
But,
And we had three
but
timeouts.
why? Yeah, but what I'm saying is,
So that
you
is
have
not.
you have a chance as an offense to not even worry about your defense giving up a touchdown or a field goal.
Right.
You
right.
have a chance to win it or just ice the game.
So then-
24-22.
The thing is,
If that
at
was
this
the case,
point-
then we should have left the game in Jaden's hands instead of Krosky Merritt, who already fumbled.
That's fourth down. We would have done that. Look,
Yeah.
I think what it is, and maybe this is unfair. I'm just going to say it is unfair. It is unfair that we expect this of him. But Jayden himself knows I know this. You can just tell, like, he understands this. He himself knows he has to be that much better and that much smarter because he has to compensate for all of this team's weaknesses, whether it's the defense, special teams, kicker, no talent at receiver. Jayden understands he has to compensate for everyone else. So the expectation is even higher, and it's unfair. It is flat out unfair. And that's where Adam Peters better do some shit this offseason to get this team ready.
What do you mean offseason? The season's not done
and
yet.
In the middle of the season, whatever it is. But
here's the thing, man.
Jayden knows he has to compensate for everyone else. Did any of us have any confidence in our defense once that fumble happened that we were going to stop the Bears?
No way.
I mean, I was thinking,
and Jayden himself knew.
I gotta find that play, but we had a chance.
I was thinking optimistically, our defense can get one stop to make it to give the ball back to us.
I had no faith, no confidence in that defense. I knew they were going to. DeAndre Swift had like 7 carries for 35 yards on that last drive. What the hell were they doing? We knew they were going to run every single down. They were just trying to milk the clock, get in field goal range, and they make it a chip shot field goal for this guy.
They converted a 3rd and 5.
When it would have been like a 45-yarder or more, even if we could have stopped them and made it that much more difficult.
If we had backed up another 15 yards, it's a different ball game.
I mean, this defense is just pathetic. And
it is.
That's the problem. Is Jayden has to compensate for this entire team and for all of our weaknesses.
Yeah.
And that's why I expect more from him on that final play.
I will say, I think that's how do you think that manifests itself to Jayden? Your point. How do you think it impacts Jayden?
Do you think he puts more pressure?
I think he elevates his game that much more.
What is he? I mean, he would not play well if he had a team around him.
No.
What is he doing differently?
He could sit back there. It'd be easier for him to showcase his ability.
Yeah,
it'd be easier for him to get the ball out. If he has a top flight receiver, an elite receiver, you know how easy it would be him to advance the ball down the field. Right now, the pocket breaks down. He has to create 15 yards with his legs. Like, he has to do everything on his own, and he compensates for all the team's weaknesses. But he realizes that. He realizes that.
At this rate, if he has an average Terry McLaurin, this is probably a blowout game. Like
100%.
Who is he? He has nobody to throw to right now.
No one. We made it to the NFC Championship game with nobody.
But I will say this. I think Luke McCaffrey and Jalen Lane, they're starting to show some flashes here and there. If they can just keep on
Luke
keep
got
on
lucky.
progressing,
that was a blown play.
It doesn't matter.
That was a beautiful play.
That was a great play call.
Jalen Lane.
Was it a play call that made it that way?
Oh yeah, absolutely. My goodness.
And you can see Cliff. They showed the clip of him at the end of that touchdown. He knew he called a great play on that one, and it worked. And it worked. It confused the mess out of that defense.
What did he do?
It was a fake screen, but they actually committed Laramie Tunsil to the screen.
Oh yeah.
They did Debo. They actually had Luke kind of like fake block downfield, and then they actually pulled the left tackle as if it was going to be a screen. And to do all of that without getting an illegal man downfield, because usually that's what happens in those kinds of situations. Yeah. It was just done to perfection.
Yeah, it was. Great play call. That was a great play call by Cliff.
And one thing I do want to mention, and I think Jayden had a fantastic game. I said it was excellent minus the 2 turnovers.
There you go.
Outplayed Caleb Williams, no doubt about it. I think
100%.
there was a lot in the middle. But when we say Chris Moore, let's not deny that was a heck of a catch.
That was a hell of a catch.
Like, you can say whatever you want about like the name.
And he had to contort his body in midair to catch that.
And he has a drop like every game. Even Jared McNichols had a drop on what could have been a huge gain, I think. Early on. But that was a heck of a catch.
For sure. But that doesn't take away from the fact that it's Chris Moore. This is not something he's going to do every week.
No, but it does, right? Because if you can throw it up and he makes that catch, he's still Chris Moore.
No. Nil's point is you don't expect him to make that type of catch
one great
consistently.
catch.
Yeah, but you're talking about
how does it manifest? Do you remember Josh Doctson? He had an unbelievable catch in the end zone in 2018 or whatever that was.
Yeah.
It didn't make any difference. He had a great game. He had one great game. Unbelievable catch over 2 defenders in the end zone. I forgot who was throwing to him. Josh Doxson, remember? First round pick.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
And
But the
that was
beauty
it.
that I think, and why I think Jayden is not only better than Caleb Williams, but will continue to be better than Caleb Williams, is that Jayden plays within the structure of the offense, and he can also use his
Ad lib.
legs.
And he can
right?
ad lib.
He can
correct
ad lib when you
as
need him
well.
to,
Yeah.
but he'll also play within the structure of the offense. That Chris Moore pass is just the right pass, and the place
But
that
that was
he
a
put the
hell
ball.
of a. Oh my
That
god.
was
Oh
a
yeah, and the
great
place
pass.
that he
was
put the ball is
amazing
the perfect
pass.
place to put it.
Mhm.
Right.
But I
Yeah.
don't think it matters that it is Chris Moore to Jayden. He talks about his keys all the time. Like Jayden's talking about his keys. Like he read his keys incorrectly and tried to stay aggressive on the Debo touchdown pass for the first interception, right? He just read his keys wrong.
No, he threw it late. He threw it late.
Right. Yeah. I mean, he's just saying, I'm going through my keys. And then he came back through it late and underthrew him.
Yeah.
Right. Jayden is so process oriented. The way he prepares for games is crazy.
Very detailed.
So to him, like this whole idea that it's Chris Moore and I'm not going to throw it up to Chris Moore, I don't think that exists.
No. What I'm saying is, to Jayden, he's gonna work with what he's got. Of course, he's not gonna say, "Oh, it's Chris Moore, therefore I'm gonna not go to him. I'm only gonna look at Debo."
Well,
Like if the play's there, he's gonna throw it. My point is that Jayden has to overcompensate for everyone else because he doesn't have talent on his team. If he had an elite receiver, he wouldn't have to compensate and run the ball and use his legs all the time as much as he does, or when the offensive line breaks down. Like we don't have enough talent around him to where he can just kind of coast sometimes because he's just that good. Like he would put up historic numbers if he had just 2 decent wide receivers.
Yeah.
B, are you saying it didn't matter?
He put up historic numbers. I just know it.
To this point that Nil is making, I agree. Like yards after the catch or certain things like receivers getting open for Jayden. Yeah, I agree with that. But I'm talking about when you're making a play like this, or when I think the majority of plays, Jayden just knows the first read, knows the second read, and just goes to the guy regardless.
Sure. Like, for example, last week against the Chargers, wasn't there a pass in the end zone? I forgot who the receiver was. That was just flat out dropped. It was a great pass by Jayden.
It was Chris Moore.
I think it was Chris Moore.
It was Chris Moore. Exactly.
Right.
If that's Malik Neighbors, that's an easy touchdown. If that's a Malik Neighbors yesterday, that's an easy touchdown for Malik Neighbors. We're not even talking about the.
Yeah,
but you know what?
But Jayden's not overcompensating anything. He's not overcompensating.
Okay, not on that throw per se, but I'm saying as a whole. Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Last week he didn't have to do much because the running game was working.
He's going to throw to a wide open Luke McCaffrey. He's not compensating on that play. But I'm saying overall, the course of a game, Jayden overcompensates because of the lack of talent around him.
Yeah, but it's not just that though. It's
I agree with that.
Oh, come on. How can you not agree with that?
Because play in and play out, every play is a little bit differently. And I'm not seeing a Jayden Daniels out there that's running around like Caleb Williams trying to overcompensate and create time. Like when I see Josh Allen, when I see
Jayden is so much
Williams,
smarter and better. He knows when the play is not there, if a receiver's not open. Do you know how many times yesterday that the receivers were just not open and he either had to tuck it and run or throw it out of bounds? Like sometimes he tucked it and run and gained 15 yards with his legs. Sometimes he had to throw it out of bounds. If he has elite talent around him, he probably throws that ball and gets a first down without even having to leave in the pocket.
When
he realizes,
yeah,
hey, look, sometimes I'm just not going to have the talent around me. I'm going to have to just use my legs and get the first down myself.
Yeah,
that's compensating. That's overcompensating for the lack of talent around me.
I don't think that that's necessarily the truth. That I mean, just because you have an elite receiver, you're just going to throw it up to them on an out route. Like sometimes elite receivers are covered too.
In the span of a season, there's less you have to do with your legs and compensation when you have elite talent around you.
Okay, but also like talking about his legs, Cliff Kingsbury, stop drawing, QB draws for Jayden Daniels. I've been saying this since last year. Do not expose him to hits. If he has to scramble and run, fine. So be it. but don't have design runs for Jayden Daniels.
Yeah,
I
no,
didn't
what-
think.
I
Did they
think-
have any? Did they have any?
We did. We had a few.
I
And
don't
he had
think so.
options.
We did.
There were
He had
options. There were
options.
read
I'm totally
Yeah.
fine with him having an option play.
Yeah, the option has to be there. That's the offense.
Correct.
But I thought
He's
he
gotta
had
be
some,
able to
he had
use
some
his
design
legs.
runs too.
I didn't notice any design runs.
I'm okay with that. I mean,
No,
you just have to
man.
limit it, but Jayden's
Exa-
got to be better about getting
I'm saying
down.
if he has to scramble, fine, use your legs then. But you're
Look,
just going to expose him to more
the end-
hits and
Well,
more
well,
injury, and I
all
don't
right,
think it's
so-
worth it.
So let's move on. What are we making of this team, though? I mean, who are we giving up on the season? Neil's already talking about
the
off-season
off
picks.
season.
No.
What I'm saying
This
is
is
that
wide open. This season is just nuts
No,
in general.
But,
Like,
Looms,
there's
have you looked at our next four teams that we play?
5.
Five.
Yeah, I know,
Okay.
yeah.
It's
Okay,
crazy.
Dallas, we have to win this game. There is no excuses for this. This is a must-win game, and we better come out and play mad, like we have something to prove. Like we're still
Yeah.
pissed off about Monday night. You know,
Mhm.
we got to go into Kobe Bryant mode and Michael Jordan mode. I'm going there just to kill everybody.
Yeah.
That's
It-
what
it-
we have to go. That's
it's
how we have to play.
technically not a must-win game, but
It's
it
a must-win
kinda
game.
is.
It's
It
a
kinda
must-win game because
It's like
because
you need
the
to
week
get
after that-
you need to get the momentum back. You need to get the confidence back in your on your side in your team. Jayden needs to play well, and if we're getting, it looks like we're gonna get Terry back. All right,
Terry,
This
Noah, and Sam Cosme. It's looking like, but they could be getting CD.
they could be getting CD back too. So,
really,
I mean,
dang.
Yeah.
but either way, if we get our offensive pieces back, at least to some extent, with that Dallas defense, I mean, we have to come out. It's going to be, I think it could be very well a big shootout, but we're going to have to really come correct and be mistake-free football. This defense only has 3 turnovers in the entire season through 6 weeks. That is absolutely
Exactly.
terrible. Like you cannot.
I don't even
expect
care
to win
about
games.
that. I don't care about that. No, I care about not getting third down stops. Who
Of
cares
course,
about
that matters too.
that is the most important.
No,
thing.
but you lose the turnover battle, you most probably lose the game.
No, but like what I'm saying is if we can't get off the field, that is more important than causing a turnover, a random turnover here and there.
No, that's not. I mean, because
No,
we're
I don't
we're
agree
what
with that.
we're third in the league in third down stops. I think defensively we are.
We already know. We've already talked about this. They get most of their first downs on first and second down. Who cares about our high percentage?
No, but
third-
you just brought up third down
Yeah.
stops.
No,
That's what I'm talking
What I'm
about.
saying is we can't get off the field. We can't get off the field because offenses are continually moving up and down the field, whether it be on first down, getting a first down, second down, or third down. They are consistently moving the ball against us
Here's
at-
here's the thing.
at
Okay.
leisure.
Yeah, but you do have to, and the only point you can make is the competition. But having said that, through 6 games, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss for your Washington Commanders. Through 6 games, every win was good defensive play, and every loss was bad defensive play. It's not like we were bad defensively and won those games too. We were legitimately good against the Giants. We were legitimately good against the
Against the
Raiders,
Giants.
and we were legitimately good against the Chargers on defense.
Yeah, but like 2 out of those 3 wins came against porous offenses.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's
Yeah,
I mean
so
that's
that-
what you could speak
look
to
at-
that. That's what I'm saying. The
look to that
competition is
deeper.
there, but
Right.
but
Look to it. We have the 24th ranked defense,
And
we have
we're
the
about to
24th
play the best
ranked
offense
defense
now.
going into last week,
Yeah.
yesterday, and based on yesterday's numbers and percentages, I don't be surprised if it drops to 27 or I don't know. We look like we have the worst defense or second to worst defense in the entire league. I don't care
Yeah,
about this
I
third
can't-
down percentage.
Mhm.
Yeah,
You know,
Which is,
I mean,
That,
sure,
that was
that's
not
the
my-
third down percentage.
that was not the
But
point I
at
was
the end of
trying
the
to
day,
make.
teams are still moving the ball and still
Exactly.
scoring. How is that
Who
happening?
care- because they're getting first downs on
Right.
first down, second down, or third and short. And yeah, we have the best third down percentage that way, but they're still moving the
I think-
ball.
I think it is a little bit of Ashburn syndrome because a lot of the times we pay a lot more attention to what we're doing, especially defensively. I know fantasy football makes us pay attention to a lot of other offenses, but like compare us to the Cowboys. It's not even close.
Okay,
Yeah, of
whatever.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
who cares? We're still bad.
And there's I can name about 5-6 teams that are just so much worse defensively.
Okay, fine. But it doesn't mean
But-
that we're good. We're
But
still
Dallas
a
is-
porous
I'm
defense.
not saying that
Who
we're
cares?
good. I'm not saying that
Dallas
we're
has
good.
so much
Good.
more talent on offense to help them move the ball themselves. We just have
Yeah.
Jayden. That's it.
Dak Prescott's playing MVP type football right now.
Dak Prescott's balling.
He's playing well.
Dak Prescott's balling.
Oh yeah, I mean for sure. Yeah.
No,
Who would
granted.
have thought that? I mean, but in 3 weeks, you're talking about early MVP candidates of Dak Prescott, Baker Mayfield, and Drake May.
Oof.
Just
Yo,
like we all expected.
Don't sleep on Drake, yo. I'm telling you. Don't sleep on that dude.
Yeah.
Bijan Robinson got to be in that conversation too.
Bijan's a monster.
Mhm.
But
I don't think so.
yeah.
Why
Why
would
not?
Bijan be in that conversation?
having
This
a
is
historic
historic
season right now.
season as a running for a running back.
Historic in what regard?
I don't
Scrimmage
know,
yards,
trying to
rushing
get over
and-
2,000 yards.
And receiving.
Oh, really?
Another
On
question.
pace.
Another question I would like to ask: how much burn did Von Miller get yesterday? I didn't see him in the
saw
game.
that. No,
I
I
saw
saw
him
him
in the
game. I saw him.
I saw
here
him
and there.
banting nicely.
His 36-year-old legs.
This guy Dorrance Armstrong, man.
Did you hear what Von Miller said though about Jayden? He said this guy's like after Jayden's presser, and it was yesterday or this morning's he was on a talk
Junkies.
show, and he said that it's an honor to step on the field with Jayden. That he's never really been with a quarterback that's as mature and like as with it as Jayden.
Von
Yeah.
Miller said that?
Yeah, Von Miller.
Wow.
And
And
he's
then-
been around great ones.
And he
Oh,
said
yeah.
he said that apparently there was a point in the game yesterday where they were down and Jayden comes up to him and he says something to the effect of like you're gonna make a play, you're gonna make a play this go round. That's why we brought you here. And he was like, that gave him so much confidence to step on the field and try and make plays. Obviously, it didn't really work out.
But he
that
made
way.
no plays.
He
But he
made
made
no
no plays.
But he was like, for him, for a guy who's 10 years younger than him to come up to him and actually say something like that, he's like, this guy's different. He kept saying this guy's different.
Yeah.
Von Miller about to lose his job right now. Didn't we just get somebody
We
today?
just signed Drake
Yeah.
Jackson, former San Francisco 49ers.
What?
defensive
Yo,
end.
this guy, all his deals are with the 49ers.
Hey,
Come on,
I
man.
think they've all worked out, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
who
Wait,
is
wasn't
this
there-
guy?
wasn't there
Debo's been
a receiver?
killing. Javon Kinlaw's been killing.
But he came from the Jets though.
I mean, he
But
was
he-
drafted he only had 1 year with the Jets.
Wasn't
He
there a
had one.
receiver?
Here's my- if this season is if this is a losing season,
Okay, first of all,
it
that's-
has to. I'm just saying if
Yeah.
you have to put some of the blame on the personnel that we acquired. We did not put a proper emphasis on the defensive line and our skill
Yeah.
positions.
yeah, it's a shocker,
And
right?
you clearly saw all the teams that made an effort to bolster their defensive line are killing right now, including the Falcons and the Bears yesterday. They kept getting pressure on us, man, and that also threw us off a little bit.
We're also
the
super
Eagles-
injured.
Yeah.
we are.
On the
They-
defensive line, who's injured?
I mean, Dietrich Weiss is
Weiss.
injured.
Okay,
Eddie
Weiss, but
Goldman
is
didn't
that
play
a
in
game
this game.
changer?
Eddie
Yeah,
Goldman
they're
didn't play in
not
this
game
game.
changers, B.
They're
not-
not.
they're-
I mean, for our
they're-
team, they were
We
starters.
went and got.
I mean, they're
we went and got
rotational
Kinlaw.
guys.
We went
They're
and got
game
Kinlaw and Von
changers.
Miller. Really?
Kinlaw's
on.
been killing.
Kinlaw's been killing.
Okay, Kinlaw. That's it. But we also lost. Who did we lose? That guy
Jonathan
that
Allen.
was
Allen?
killing last. And no, Allen and the other guy, man, who we got last. He was killing last year. What's his name?
On the
Defensive
defensive line?
tackle?
Dante Fowler? Is that?
Oh, Dante
Oh, Dante
Fowler.
Fowler,
But
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
Fowler.
Dorrance Armstrong he's got 6 sacks in 6 games.
Yeah, he's balling.
Like I think like Dietrich Wise, and then we lost lost the safety,
Will Harris.
Will Harris. Then I mean you lose your starting running back in Austin Eckler. You lose your number 1 wide receiver, your number 2 wide receiver.
Well, number
John
3
Bates
wide
was out a
receiver.
couple. Yeah, I mean probably.
No, Noah's a third.
Yeah.
I think the rest of our defense is adequately talented if we had a very strong defensive line. It covers a lot of
Yeah.
sins if you have a good, strong defensive line. And the Eagles
Yeah.
proved that last year,
Well,
which is the reason why they won the
we
Super
didn't-
Bowl.
With our first round pick, we didn't want to go after an edge rusher. We wanted to address and solidify the offensive line.
You think that would have made a difference?
Edge rusher?
No, I'm
Hey,
saying,
yeah.
yeah, obviously, exactly.
Yeah,
I think
you're
so.
right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. Like Connerly is kind of shaky right
Average,
now, and
yeah.
I think we would have been fine with whoever we had last year.
Yeah.
But this can't keep happening, right? We can't keep being prisoners of the like last week after the Chargers game. Do you know the way we were talking about this team?
Yeah, but it's how we lost. It's
We
how
were not-
lost this week.
But how we won last week doesn't factor
We were
in?
not. We were not like gung ho about the defense. We knew that the Chargers were missing key people on their defensive line. on
Yeah,
their
they
offensive
were.
line.
If you want to talk about injured,
Mhm.
they were injured. They were banged up. We took
Yeah.
advantage.
They banged up the whole season. That's just them. They've been killing other teams. They
Who's
lost
killing
their guys
other
for the
teams?
season. I mean, the Chargers have been
See,
playing
it's
good
just that
offensively
it's just that
until
this is a
us.
game.
No,
It's
our
just that
game
this
was
is a game that we had to have because of the games that we're going to have to face in the next couple of weeks in consecutive weeks. By the way,
Yeah.
that's the thing where we have Dallas, then we have
Kansas City.
KC, Kansas City in KC, then
Yeah.
we have Seattle Sunday night, then we have Detroit coming here. I mean, would you be surprised if we lost all those games?
But you
Yes.
just look, right? I mean,
You would be surprised if we
I'd be
lost
surprised.
All
All-
against KC.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if we lose
No,
all
I'm saying
four.
all those games.
All four.
No. I think we're going to win this week to get us to 4-3.
Oof.
But after that, it's going to be tough.
it is going to be
In
tough.
Dallas,
It's
this
gonna
game
be-
is in Dallas.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
cannot write this
and they're
off as a
coming
win.
No,
out
no.
off of
I'm
an
not saying that.
embarrassing
I'll-
loss.
I'm saying
Yeah.
we should be able to win this game.
I mean, if there's any hope, Carolina beat the Dallas team. So I think, we can at least
Rico
hang our hats
Dowdle
on that a
beat
little
the
bit.
Dallas
Rico
A
Dowdle.
3-3 Carolina Panthers that's technically ahead of us in the standings right now.
I know,
My
technically.
goodness.
We just have a very tough stretch.
Technically nice.
technically.
Uh,
Whoops. Technically.
Yeah, that guy's
among
good.
the 4 teams, and honestly, like the Giants, man.
Yeah,
The
we
Giants
can't
have
sleep
got
on
some
them.
momentum right now.
Yeah,
I know we
yeah.
don't see them until December again, but
14, I think.
this
They do.
NFC East with the Eagles looking a little shaky is a little bit open. We're actually the only team out of the 4 that actually has a positive
Division.
points for over points against.
Oh,
Like
points
our
for-
plus minus is actually higher, but every other team has given up more points than they have scored in our division,
Hmm.
except
know-
your Washington Commanders.
I wanted to say one thing about the Giants. Do you ever feel like there are a few people on a team that can just like the way they play motivate the rest of the team to play better than they actually
Yeah.
actually can?
Jackson Dart.
No,
Dart
Jackson
and Scatterboo.
Dart. I'm
don't think
telling
so.
you.
You're
He
telling me
brings a
that
swag
No, I
to that
definitely
team.
think so. I think
You're
the
telling
prime
me that-
example is
that's
last.
I
He-
feel like
he
it's
brings a
natural when
swag
you see
to
somebody
that team.
when you see somebody like going in and like hitting people like they are and like actually making, clutch plays like Dart is. You're telling me you're not going to elevate your game a little bit or like unintentionally even elevate your game. Like the defense gets
Subconsciously, yeah.
fired up, the defense
Yeah,
gets fired up,
100%.
the people around you
Yeah.
get fired up. I feel
I
like
think that's
the
a very
team plays.
fan-centric way of thinking. I don't think
No,
as an
It's not a
athlete.
fan-centric way.
No,
Come
for
on,
sure.
bro.
I think
B,
prime
You're
example.
telling me, with Russell Wilson, they would have been playing like this.
No.
Playing
no
like
chance.
what? I mean, those guys
Energized.
individually are carrying. I'm not
No,
saying
everybody else seems to be. Their defense is playing
Their
better
whole
too.
team is picked up because of these guys.
Exactly.
no, but I mean
Because
Yeah.
they feel like there's a chance. Otherwise, they're
I-
like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
exactly.
why am I
Prime
risking my
example,
body
Russell
for
Wilson,
this
example
they
was
looked
Russell
like they were
Wilson?"
about to lose.
Jayden
We did the
Daniels.
same thing.
Yeah.
We did the same thing with
Last
Jayden
year.
Daniels, especially in the
Prime
playoffs
example
last
is
year.
Jayden Daniels from last year. The
Last
entire
year.
team was playing
They fed off of
confident,
We
motivated
elevated
football.
the mess out of our game in the playoffs.
And everyone even
There's
said
no way
it.
we were close to that good.
I mean,
100%.
like 2 weeks ago when they lost to the Saints. What were we talking about?
That's true. That's true.
They
But I'm
lost
saying-
26
Right
to
now,
14.
right now, this
against
the
we
Saints.
feel a little bit. We feel a little bit
Yeah.
deflated. The Bears. I felt like they had a lot more energy than we did.
No,
I don't
we
know
were
about that.
we
It's
were
just an eye
killing.
test.
We were humming. It was like everything was even
It was
defensively.
back and
Honestly,
forth.
like,
Don't say
I
defensively.
felt
Do
our
nothing.
defense.
We could not get a stop. We could not get off the field.
we
Yeah.
had
Please.
multiple 3-and-outs against them.
Our
When?
defense on that last drive
Second
was
half?
not.
No,
didn't
in the
look like they were
first
giving
half
their
we
all.
had a 3-and-out. They punted the ball back to us at the end of the first half.
They were up 13-0, right?
Yeah, 13-0 after a short field fumble is the only touchdown that they got. They needed 35 yards to get to that touchdown. And then they get the turnover on downs and then a 3-and-out.
There's only
And
two.
then we block a field goal and we do another 3-and-out to end the game. Like, I'm not too
End the half, you
sure.
mean.
Like
Oh my
22,
God,
no,
B.
to end the game. To end the game, they did a 3-and-out before they punted, and then
Yeah,
we
but
went
that
down the
was
field.
they were just trying to set up the field goal. B. So I wouldn't call that a three. Like
No,
No, he's
they
saying before
went
we got the
3 and
ball.
out before we got the ball back, drove down the field, and fumbled. They had a 3-and-out.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. This is a 22-point performance by the defense at the end of the day if we don't fumble. And one of their touchdowns was on a short field after.
So what? You're saying that our defense played well?
I'm saying I think it's the whole thing by
B,
a
come
lot
on.
of
please.
Commanders fans is a little bit of an overreaction.
No, we've been saying this about our defense from week 1.
No, we haven't.
Yeah, if this
Or-
was
or
just
at
a
least week
one-time
2.
thing, then
Yeah.
fine, B.
This has been going on
This
for
is-
the
But it
most.
hasn't. Every other game we've played well defensively. We
I just feel
dominated the
like-
Raiders.
Is that something
we
that
dominated
we
the
should be
Giants.
Is that something
Based
that
on
we
the
should
eye
like
test,
maybe
B, it just
There you
feels
go,
like
there
we
you
get
go, Lopes.
gashed all the time.
100%?
But that's not true. You know that's not true.
No,
It is
that is
true.
true. We
It's
see
not.
it.
The Giants game, answer it.
B, come on, we're talking about at the time the worst team in the league.
Yeah,
But
Come
I'm
on.
saying, what
Russell
can they
Wilson.
do?
You saw what Russell
else
Wilson
can they do?
did in
you
the
see us
last
against
game.
Green Bay?
You just made the argument about the Giants playing so their motivation is through the roof. They give up 26 points to the Saints and lose. You can't have it both ways.
No, Jackson Dart committed turnovers. Scatterboo committed turnovers.
I know, but so what? How does that impact the defense? That's what I'm
It
saying. I
can,
think it's a
it
very
can.
fan-centric way of thinking to say, oh, the way that these guys, the moxie that they're playing with is going to end up elevating the individual play of a defensive tackle.
But I
So
think
do you think we would have?
I think you have to look at it. You have to look at it in the landscape of an entire season. It's hard to just pick and choose a
No,
few
you
games.
shouldn't do that. You
Why?
should not do that. That's not a
No,
good
'cause
way of
last year,
analyzing.
I think as a
individual play.
whole, our team was motivated and played.
100%.
Played
That's not the way
motivated
to look
because of
at
Jayden.
it.
The
That's not- you
Eagles.
don't look at it at
the
a
Eagles are a
bird's eye
great
view.
example of this last year. Saquon Barkley was that spark that they needed.
Saquon Barkley was their savior that they
But-
needed. Forget about the spark.
But what they ended up allowing the whole team to do, it's not like their individual play was elevated. They just got into much more beneficial game script scenarios because they were
Saquon.
able to hold the ball. They were able to put
But
defenses.
it's
You
hard to
know,
measure
did
this
you,
either way.
Do you
It's hard to
remember
measure
how
either
the
way.
Eagles started last year?
They
They started just like us.
No. Oh yeah,
Yes,
you're
they
right.
did.
Yeah, you're right. They did.
I think they were 3-3.
They were.
Really?
Or yeah, they were. They
They
caught
started off
fire.
really bad.
Well, I
or
don't know.
like
about
very
really bad. They
average,
were so.
very
They
average.
were so.
But
Very
then
average,
you
yeah.
start seeing this freaking Saquon Barkley take off and have 60, 70-yard touchdowns and backwards ass jumping over people that make it on the mat and
Literally.
cover. Are you
Yeah.
telling me that you're like, man, I really think this team is Super Bowl capable of winning the Super Bowl. I'm going to do the best I can to make that happen.
Yeah,
Of course you are. If not, you're like, let me save my body for next year.
No, but
Who
Looms,
is doing that when this is your
the
livelihood?
only
Maybe
difference
subconsciously.
the only difference
I'm
is,
telling you.
the only difference
What?
is, Looms, is they have talent.
Yeah, all
The
across
don't.
the board.
The only-
All across the board.
We don't have talent.
The only
They
guy
have
that
AJ
is
Brown, Devontae Smith.
I know the
a
only
good
guy that
Jalen
it doesn't
Hurts.
affect.
Yes.
He'd rather read books is
AJ Brown.
AJ Brown.
Super Bowl champion AJ Brown wants to get traded
No,
because he's not
I
getting
definitely think
Yeah, I'll take him,
A
man.
player-
I'd do
individual.
it, yo. I'd do it.
a player or an individual can change the culture of a team.
100%.
100% agree with that.
Oh, and De'Ami Brown is a great example of that. That dude
Do it.
got himself a nice deal.
1
Did
year,
he get a
10
good
mil.
deal?
1 year, 10 mil.
But
think
all
a player-
because
I
of his
think
elevated
what I'm
play
saying-
in the playoffs.
Yeah, all based off of 2 games.
Yeah, but what I'm speaking to is not a matter of your play because Jayden elevated the product on the field. Like that was Jayden Daniels. It's
Yeah.
not a
What,
matter.
what
What
do you
I'm
mean? Like he
what I'm
motivated
saying.
guys?
What I'm interpreting Looms' question is not so much Jackson Dart and
Scattered.
Cam Scattaboo's like pure production on the field, but just their moxie, their
Yeah,
attitude
right.
around that's what I'm saying is overrated.
No.
No.
That's
No, it's
not
definitely not.
impacting.
I mean,
I
the
don't.
play,
I don't think
the
so.
play
I
has to
disagree.
do with
The
it
play
too.
matters.
The play
most.
matters too.
Is
But
all that matters.
they're
You-
not-
is
they're not costing
predominantly
their-
what matters.
They're not
No, not
costing their
necessarily.
team. Maybe early on they were, but at least based off of last week's game against Philly, they really played well, and I think the whole team fed off their energy.
This
100%.
freaking Scatterboo acts like he's giving his life for every game. It's like he's not gonna make it to the next game the way he plays,
Yeah,
I know,
and it
He's
don't
built
even
different,
matter.
man.
last
He's-
play mentality.
There's
life.
something off in his head, man. That's the only way I could think he'd play the way he does.
He's playing for his contract or something.
Yeah, he's a rookie.
game. Yeah.
That he's a beast. There's no doubt about it. But yeah, we got a game ahead of us here. Just like that, this Cowboys game, I don't know if we really expected this to be this important. I think to both teams, you'd have to say. This is a home game for the Cowboys. They've only played 2 so far, 40 points on both of those games for the Dallas Cowboys at home, one ending in a tie and one ending in a win. This is a 4:25 kickoff this week, Eastern time. Division game. 3-3 are your Washington Commanders. I mean, I think this is as important as it gets considering the upcoming schedule. Where are we going with this one? Nil?
I think we're gonna come out with fire because
Yeah.
this is going to look like essentially like a must-win game for us, even though technically it's not. But this is coming off of a loss in prime time and losing it the way we did. I think Jayden's going to come guns blazing on Sunday. I think it's gonna be a high scoring game, especially and then especially if we get Terry, Noah, Cosme back. That's going to really boost this offense. And going up against that Dallas defense, I mean, you saw what Bryce Young did against this Dallas defense. I mean, if Bryce Young can do that, imagine what Jayden Daniels can do against the same pathetic defense. But with that said, we have a pretty pathetic defense ourselves, and we're going up against a really good offense. So I think it's going to be a shootout. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, and we're gonna end up coming out with a victory. I don't think we've ever played. Has Jayden played against Dak yet?
Yeah.
It hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I don't think he has.
This is going to be the first Jayden versus Dak matchup, and I think it's going to be a high-scoring
Not
game.
the first
Yeah.
game. I thought Cooper Rush only
No.
came for the last.
No,
game.
he was injured that first game too.
Yeah, because Dak tore his
Yeah.
hamstring, I think mid-season or something like that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be something like 42,
Oh my
41,
gosh.
38.
Are you
Oh,
serious? It's gonna be like
We're
this.
running a 40 burger against these guys.
I can believe it.
41-38.
Some?
But before I make this my prediction, I just want to say if we're going to win this game, we cannot afford to come out slow again. We got to come out guns blazing, aggressive, mad. Again, go to Mamba and Michael Jordan mode. No prisoners, no playing around, no laughing when you're down 10-0, Jayden Daniels. None of that. No more. And if we do that, I see us winning 33-27.
33-27. Looms?
33-27.
This, I think, is probably one of the most important games of the season. Like, I mean, this team is hot and cold, hot and cold. If we want to build momentum, if we want to, dare I say, turn our season around, even though we were 3-3, this is going to be it, man. I mean, you can't bank on the game after that against the Kansas City Chiefs, who are starting to look hot. We got to win this game. So, I mean, I hope that we come out strong against the worst defense in the NFL, right? The worst defense.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
So I expect Chris Moore to have a great game.
But we have the second to last defense as well. So.
Look, I mean, I also think that it's going to depend a lot on our running game.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw Rico Dowdle just run the mess out of these guys.
Yeah.
Krosky Mary's going to have a big game. I really hope he doesn't fumble, and I don't think that's a chronic issue with him. We got make that dude hold the ball all week. And I think we're going to come out on top. I'll say 28-24.
28-24 Commanders. I think preseason, everyone but Nil actually, this is when Nil went off the rails here, because he predicted a loss against Dallas and a win against Kansas City.
Oh,
in back-to-back weeks preseason.
The maker's mark was kicking in.
And by the way, Looms, we need to go 11-0 for your preseason prediction.
Can you just delete that file?
Delete that file.
Looms goes 14-3. B goes 13-4. Nil 12-5. I think Sum is the only one that has any hope at 10-7. And I think that actually, I mean, if you go 3-2 in these next 5 games, and then 4-2 to end the season, you got a 10-7 record, and that gives you a good opportunity to make the playoffs for sure.
I don't want to be a Debbie Downer before you go, B. Sorry, but I see us at least in these next 3-4 games. If our record at the end of this stretch is going to be 4-6.
Dang!
Wow.
Yeah. I hope I'm wrong. Hope I'm dead wrong.
Oh, next 4 games. I mean,
next
but then the
games.
fifth one is
games.
the
no. The next 4 games. After that, our record is going to be 4-6.
Oh,
right. But just go to 5 before the bye. Why would you just cut it off there? The next 5 games before the bye is the Spain game against Miami.
Yeah. We should win that. So
okay,
4, 5, and 6. 5
so
and
2-3, 2-3 versus 3-2, and I think it makes a big difference. a big difference, and I think that's why the Dallas game is key. Because are we then gonna beat
KC,
Kansas City, or Detroit?
Exactly.
I don't know.
And then Seattle. Seattle's playing well too.
Sam Darnold is playing really good. Yeah, at least that game is at home. But
we just lost at home in prime time. So
yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I think there is something to this matchup. I don't feel like, even though Dallas is like a killer offense right now, I feel like we do match up a little bit well against the Cowboys. I don't know how much. I know that they're using, under Brian Schottenheimer, a little bit more motion than they have in the past, pre-snap motion, and that's been our Achilles heel, I think. Our corners not being able to stay with those guys pre-snap, and Marshawn Lattimore just, I don't know. Even though he had a good game on paper, I just feel like he's still slow.
He's a waste.
So I do think, like, Matt LaFleur, week 2, we lose. I think the Atlanta Falcons are a really dynamic offense, and they showed against the Bills week 4. And then you're talking about the Ben Johnson coached Chicago Bears that do a bunch of different things that has to keep you off really honest on defense. And I just don't see the Cowboys as that same type of offense, even though they've been putting up a crazy amount of points.
I don't know. Hold on one second though. I don't think Ben Johnson did anything crazy. Like he played the game pretty normal.
I don't know. I mean, I think that I think there were plays in there, especially like the pick play to DeAndre Swift, the 55-yarder. I think that was designed to get him open and in space. Now he made some great moves, and Quan Martin just can't tackle. But
a lot of their runs were just to the edge, and these safeties couldn't keep up. The linebackers couldn't keep up for some reason. Like that's what they just gashed us with the regular ass plays, man.
Yeah, that's true too. It did seem like there was like a good mix of outside tosses and inside runs, and like maybe we didn't really look too deep, and it wasn't like trick plays here and there. I will say that.
Yeah.
So you're saying we match up good against motion that Dallas plays?
No, we don't.
We don't. And historically, Dallas has not been a real pre-snap motion team, even though they're doing a lot more of it now. But just these bigger guys like Pickens and Ferguson, I think we may actually match up a little bit better with them than like just all of the movement that Matt LaFleur and the Falcons and Chicago plays with. So I think I'm actually going to say that this is a 2-score game victory for the Commanders. I'm going to go like 35-24 Commanders. And I think the momentum of getting Terry back on the field, Cosme back on the field, I think the offense is really going to dictate terms here.
Noah Brown's coming back?
I think so. They were talking about all 3 of those guys returning this week.
I don't see Dallas putting up only 24 points, but I hope you're right.
Yeah. I mean, they've been on a tear, so it's hard to predict. I mean, really,
I guess
and if they get CD back too.
I know.
Right.
I don't know if that's going to be a good or a bad thing though, because this guy Pickens has been killing.
Yeah,
he has been.
He's such a talented receiver. How tall? He's like 6'3", 6'4".
Mm-hmm.
He can run. He is a knucklehead sometimes, but his talent is ridiculous.
Yeah,
he's had a touchdown every game that CD's not there, right?
He can play.
I think so. They played against the Packers game was super impressive. I will say that, because that's a Packers defense that we were talking about is a really great defense, and 40 points against them. But the Jets and Panthers in back-to-back weeks, I don't know. All right. I think
this is a week-to-week league. The Bills just lost. Embarrassed.
Yeah, I know. Back-to-back losses for the Bills, right?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
All right, you want to wrap up with some trivia?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
This is actually the 4th year in a row the Commanders and the Bears played each other. It's the first time in the last, what is this? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 matchups against the Bears dating back to 1996 that the Commanders and the Bears have started the same 2 quarterbacks. Jayden Daniels and Caleb Williams this year, and Jayden Daniels and Caleb Williams last year.
Mm-hmm.
Can you name any of the last 5 combinations of Commanders and Bears quarterbacks facing each other? So 2023.
Howell.
Sam
Howell. Who was the Bears quarterback?
Justin
Rex
Fields.
Grossman.
Oh, Justin Fields.
Good, yeah.
That's a good pull. 2023, Sam Howell and Justin Fields. 2022.
Case Keenum. No, Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz
and it was Mitch Trubisky.
No.
Justin Fields.
Justin Fields, 2022.
Justin
Hold on. When did we play them in 2022? I don't remember. I don't recall that game.
Let's see. If you don't recall it, then that's it gives us an opportunity to actually.
No, wasn't that the game that DJ Moore went off for like 3 touchdowns against us? And
That was 23.
Oh, that was 23.
Yeah.
Dude, 2022,
12,
DJ Moore was in Carolina,
7.
right?
It was a 12-7.
Oh yeah,
final.
on Thursday night game. The Thursday night game.
Yeah.
We stopped them at the goal line. Yeah, I remember that game. Yeah.
Oh man, does nothing leave your memory?
No. Don't give him. He can't get retroactive credit. He says he doesn't remember that game, and then now he remembers that game.
I gave him credit. He said Thursday night.
Yeah, that's true. Carson Wentz with a whopping 99 passing yards that game. Goodness. 2019. Any chance? This is taking it back.
Kirk
Rex
Cousins.
Grossman.
No, it was Case
Cousins.
Jay Cutler.
No.
Oh, good names though. But that's
Case
That's
Keenum.
Case Keenum,
Keenum.
2019 Bears
And Mitch
quarterback.
Trubisky.
Mitch Trubisky. Nice.
Oh, okay. Trubisky was still there.
This is the impossible one.
gosh.
2016.
Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins.
That's
And the
one
Bears.
of the guys I just said.
This is impossible. 2016
Hold on, no.
Commanders,
What-
Bears.
was
I
it
wanna
like a
know how
backup
many-
quarterback?
I want to know how many games did this guy.
Eric
even-
Barkley.
It's
What?
not Eric, but these guys could finish the. These guys could get the right name. Now
Matt
there
Barkley?
it is. Yeah.
Matt
Barkley.
Barkley.
Wow.
Dang.
How did you do that?
Matt Barkley?
Because
Yeah,
that
how did
game,
you think of that?
No, that game. We
He's
were
Googling.
No,
Yeah.
that game. I think we were about to get into the playoffs if we won. It was second to last game of the season, I think.
He's right.
And it was a Saturday night game, a Saturday game.
Oh, that's why. He broke
That's why he
seven.
remembers.
To ask for forgiveness, definitely. That's why he remembers.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Wow.
What if somebody here does not understand the context?
Yeah.
They don't.
It's just Sanj on here right now, to be honest. All right, is that the last one? And then we got Kirk Cousins, Jay Cutler, 2015, 2013, RG3, Jay Cutler, 2010, Donovan McNabb, Jay Cutler, and now finally your boy looms that you've been guessing for the last 5 guesses.
Rex Grossman.
Rex Grossman, 2007. Who was the quarterback?
Jason Campbell.
Nice.
Oh,
Not
man.
Campbell. Campbell.
It's not Kendall. It's Campbell.
The worst. That was the worst ad
The
ever.
worst
The worst
quarterback
ad.
in the history of quarterbacks.
These names, my
I was
goodness.
high on him, man.
Patrick Ramsey, 2005 versus Kyle Orton. Mark
Wow.
Brunell, 2004 versus Jonathan Quinn. No idea who that is.
Ooh.
2003, Tim Hasselbeck versus Rex Grossman. And 2001, Tony Banks versus Jim Miller. Oof.
Yeah.
2 franchises that have been looking for quarterbacks. Jay Cutler was really solid, though.
Yeah, he was
I
there for like
love-
7 or 8 years.
He was good, yeah.
I love Jay Cutler. He was just he just didn't care.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if he cared,
Gunslinger.
he had all the talent.
Yeah, he
in
did.
the
He was
world.
extremely talented.
So talented.
Yeah.
Didn't care.
All right. Well, thanks for all those tuning in to the live stream. We see your comments. Love it. Love it. We're going to keep it going. Hopefully next week we're talking about a win for your Washington Commanders after a tough one this week. We'll be back next Monday. Thanks for listening as always. This is Shut Your Face signing off.
Deuces.
Peace.
Goodbye.